Guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about something incredibly important. Again, incredibly important that I keep on saying on my videos. But I am going to be talking about not Figma, not UI, not UX. I'm going to be talking about learning how to influence your clients. And it's a really important topic. A lot of the times I talk to people and they're more interested in my success as a freelancer, as an agency owner, whatever it is. But I just wanted to mention that it's really important not just to have a good portfolio, not just to have a good profile, but to also know how to market yourself and how to actually talk to clients as well. So in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. Now, if you just want to get one thing out of this video, it is we need to talk about what our clients want instead of what we want as freelancers, entrepreneurs, whatever it is. So we have to talk about how we're solving a particular problem for them or how we're trying to get them to where they want to go by providing some of the services or the product that we have. So without further ado, let's just talk about it a bit more. Now imagine there's a funny fish. Imagine if you wanted to catch a fish, what would you do? You would probably use a bait, right? Now, is the bait reflective of what you like? Like sometimes, again, like you're interested in UX, you're interested in psychology, you're interested in, again, customer behavior, I don't know, whatever it is that you're interested in. But what exactly is the bait that's being used to catch the fish? I'm pretty sure you guys see where I'm going with this. Not to be derogatory, like I don't mean like a client is like a fish or anyone you're trying to convince something of is actually like a fish, but rather we usually talk about or catch the fish by giving it something or by giving it a bait or a hook of what it wants. So it's about attaching on the bait what the fish wants instead of what you yourself like. And that's really important, which I think we forget. What do we normally do when we talk about ourselves? One thing I wanted to mention, imagine I like fried chicken or something else, right? Imagine putting the fried chicken on bait, like that's what you're probably gonna get like when the fish eats it, like that funny gift in our mind. So now imagine, what do we normally do about ourselves? Like you're interested in a particular organization. When you're applying to that organization, you talk about how you're really a great fan of the company, you really admire what they do, how professional they are, the services they provide, the benefits they provide, and all of that's good. Like we understand, obviously, you are interested in all of those things, but what can you exactly do for the company? Like if the company or the organization is interested in hiring you, sure, if you mention all of those things, like that's going to be fine because they've already made a decision or are already interested in hiring you. But if they're not interested in hiring you and they're looking at tons of candidates, and they're seeing people who are completely selfish, who are only talking about things that they want rather than talking about what they can or how they can help the organization, I don't think that's going to go that far. Similarly, again, if you're applying on a project, people talk about like, hey, I'm a real expert at so and I would be perfect for this job. And that actually hints how you can help them, but it doesn't really tell them how you can help them. If you have a particular client or a particular project that you feel like you would be very helpful with, talk more about how you would be helpful in that particular project or in that organization and company, or how, if you already have a product design, how your product can help that particular client or that particular prospect that you're interested in. Similarly, we do this all the time in our personal relationships, whether it's like a husband to wife relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend, parents, kids, whatever it is. Imagine if we're talking about a parents and kids scenario. We keep on scolding our kids, like I don't have kids, but generally, like we keep on scolding our kids about, hey, eat your food, sit straight, do whatever, go to school, so on and so forth. But the kid isn't really interested in going to school. He's also not interested in eating the food. If you talk about things like, hey, eat your food because it's going to make you healthy, well, the kid isn't really interested in making himself healthy, right? If you want the other person to do what you want, you need to tie it with what they want instead of what you want to do. And if again there's no link there, don't force it. Let them do whatever it is that they want to do instead of forcing your own opinion down their throat. So now we really talk about the need of others, and we better start now if again you have to be successful in this domain. The only way to influence people is to talk about what they want or desire and how we or our recommendations can help them achieve that. So if we can show how our services or our product helps them, we won't have to sell them because they'll buy. Nobody likes to be sold at, right? Nobody likes people who try to get something out of them, right? Try to, again, sell them something. They want to be the ones to make that decision. They want to know that they have that authority to do so. And even if they make like a forced decision, like maybe they're completely forced to get you because of some reason, maybe you're bothering them too much, and they do that first transaction, that's still not going to help you in the long run if you keep with this particular mindset. They need to know that you are solving a particular problem for them, or you're helping them go to a place where they've always wanted to go. Then if they actually have, again, that picture in mind, that you are the person that can help them get there or help solve their problem, you don't have to sell them. Like, they'll actually buy you. So again, that's really important, or buy your services, or buy you, maybe in certain cases, I don't know. Okay, so this is actually a quote from Professor Overstein. Like, this is actually a concept that I got from How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a book that I've been reading. I'm sure it's a pretty popular book, and maybe some of you have actually read it. But I feel like, again, there are certain concepts that keep coming again and again, but we keep or tend to keep on forgetting them. We don't market ourselves like that, and we don't talk to clients like that as well, which is why it's really important to keep on revising these concepts. So, and here's the book if you want to see it. So, we need to first arouse in the other person an eager want. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. Now, again, there can obviously a way where a particular client actually has a desire or an eager want of something, and we're just connecting what we offer to them by something that they already want to achieve, or maybe they already have a problem. In certain cases, you may want to go ahead and actually create a need for them, or a want for them. Now imagine, for initially, let's say if you want to stop your kid from smoking, and maybe he's interested in racing or being athletic, or he's completely into sports, then you can say, hey kid, whatever his name is, hey John, if you keep on smoking, it's going to hinder your impact in sports. And obviously, if you do that, maybe all the girls are not going to dig you or something. So something along those lines. I'm not sure how big the kid is, but whatever it is, maybe something like this would be able to convince him. But in the future, you probably need a much eager want in them. Like, maybe if they're actually growing up, or they're a teenager maybe, or something along those lines, and they want to go into professional athletics, you should actually tell them about how caring for their health is actually going to help their journey as a professional athlete. So again, if you connect these eager wants together with some of the suggestions that you have, which are going to help them achieve what they want, that's definitely going to be really beneficial in the long term. So in order to do all of that I've just talked about, like, I'm just going to go back in the example of the kid. Like, imagine you have that kid. How would you know what he actually wants to do, or how would you plant that eager want? The first thing is, you obviously need to know who your kid is, right? You need to know who you want to talk to, or who you are targeting, or whoever is actually engaging with you in this particular conversation. So you need to know who the person is. Then you need to know a lot more about them. You need to know what their problems are, where they want to go, what they want to achieve in life, and maybe things that you can actually plan for them to achieve certain successes, which they perhaps may not have thought about, which you can help them achieve. So again, those are all things that you would do if you know the person, and if you obviously have a good understanding of who they are, what they do, what they want, so on and so forth. So in order to do so with clients, professional clients, or even, let's say, your family members, whoever it is, personal relationship, professional relationships, you need to understand your target audience. You need to know who your users are, or potential clients are, before you can create or want a desire. Before you can create a want or desire or do something for them. Secondly, you need to figure out what you can do for them. See, I mean, if there's something you can help them with, you need to know if there's something you can help them with. Ideally, when you're actually choosing your target audience, you're going to figure out this decision while you're choosing the target audience. If I'm a UX designer, I'm ideally going to target people who are in need of UX design services. But even that's not a precise need or desire. Maybe they want UX design services to do something. Maybe they want to convert really well. Maybe they want to sell their product really well. Maybe they want a seamless experience. Maybe they're looking for a particular type of UX design. Maybe they're looking for empathetic design. And even that, you can dig a lot deeper. If you generally just say, hey, my target audience is like anyone who actually requires UX design, well, guess what? There are going to be tens and thousands of people who would be willing to do that on a much cheaper rate. So you need to be, again, very specific as to the problem or the problem that you're trying to solve. You need to also understand the types of problems that clients generally have in the UX design sphere, and you can maybe target them more specifically on how you are or your services are going to help them solve that particular problem. So it's really important to, again, pick a niche, and again, just boil down to the real issues that people have in that particular niche. Third, obviously, once you actually know who your target audience is, you know precisely and specifically what you want, what you can help them with, or the problems that you can help them with. Now you need to get in touch with them and let them know what you can do for them. So again, you need to take the discussion forward by talking about how you can specifically solve their problem or help them achieve what they desire. Now imagine, generally, if I have a particular problem in my home, right? Maybe I want to place a glass on my windows. Let's say I want to place a glass on my windows. Now I'm looking for someone who can help me do that. I'm going to search for someone who can actually help me do the exact thing that I'm looking for. If I just search for glass workers, maybe generally all glass workers may or may not be able to do that. So I'm not generally just going to search any professionals who do glass work or something along those lines. I'm specifically going to be looking for people who are proficient in glass work on windows, or maybe something like, I know it's a bizarre example, I haven't really thought about this example particularly, but again, you get the point. You need to be very specific, because generally there are tons and tens and thousands of people who would be competing with you on the general spectrum of the features that you provide. So you need to be very specific as to the type of problem that you're solving. And when you get in touch with them, don't talk about generally, hey, how you're a great UX. Again, don't talk about how you're a great UX designer. Talk about certain problems that you have helped solve for particular clients, for particular people that you've already engaged with. If you have not engaged with certain people, talk about how there are certain problems that exist currently in the market and how you yourself have personally, again, in personal projects, solved those problems, and maybe just demo those to them. Again, a really great point about like creating your personal projects and solving real-time problems is there's no NDA, right? You can just share it. You can just talk about your own thought process because you primarily were involved in the whole concept, since you yourself have done that and it's your own demo project. Otherwise, when you're working in an organization, there are NDAs. Sometimes there are tons of people working on it. Maybe you're not involved in all of the spheres, so you don't have an idea of everything that's going on. But again, if you work on those personal projects, that's extremely helpful in certain cases when you don't have a lot of experience. So again, those are the things that you need to do in order to secure clients, secure leads, or even just generally help people. Just generally help people and get them to do what you want them to do by linking it to, again, something that they want. Again, this should not be mischievous. You should not use this tactic to just sell your own services for your own potential need. Rather, usually try to look at a mutual interest, because if you don't look at a mutual interest, sometimes you may be able to sell something, but generally, again, that relationship is going to go sour when the user or the client comes to find out that that particular relationship is only helping you and not them. And then you can obviously, again, get a negative rating, maybe if you're working on Upwork or some other place as well. Otherwise, if you actually targeted the one who you can help and who can also get the help in return and actually achieve what they want to achieve, then not only are you going to get a positive rating on that, but they may also refer you to some of their friends, family, so on and so forth. So try to, again, selectively choose the clients who you can do good for and who you can help achieve whatever they want to achieve in life, or generally in their product life, whatever it is. So that's going to be pretty much it. Do let me know what you think about videos like this, where I'm talking about a mindset shift to, again, secure clients or just generally deal with people. And do subscribe, to hit the bell icon, hit me up in the comments, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.